Hi, my name is Valentine. I am the Department Chair for the Fine Art and Music Programs at Pitt Community College. I was 27 years old when I decided that I needed to do something else. I was living in Phoenix, Arizona, and I heard a story on NPR about the military giving large signing bonuses. And I thought, I think I could do that. So at 27, I joined the United States Air Force. Basic training was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. And I went to my technical training at the Defense Information School in Fort Meade, Maryland. And I studied journalism. And from there, I was stationed in Goldsboro at the Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. I knew that I wanted to do something with photography, and I started looking around at programs, and East Carolina University had a Master's in Fine Art program in photography. So I ended up going to ECU for photo, and as I was graduating, I met the department chair for the graphic design department at Pitt. At the time, the fine art program didn't exist, and she hired me to teach digital photo as a part-time instructor. And that's kind of how it began. After 2 years, she had done the work to establish the fine art program, and I applied for the job, not quite knowing all that the job would entail. I just thought it was a full-time job teaching photography, which was a dream. And I applied for the job. Unfortunately, I got it, and the process of building the program from the ground up began. Honestly, I feel really blessed to have landed at Pitt and to have had this opportunity. I have a lot of colleagues across the country, and I don't know anyone else who's had the opportunity to build a program from scratch. With my colleagues, I work with so many amazing people. We've been able to create a community and something that's warm and welcoming. It's a really good program for people who are a little bit uncertain of if they want to go into the arts, and it's a nice, safe, comfortable place for them to come and grow and get familiar with the skills and the different mediums and decide what their next step is going to be. We focus primarily on photography, sculpture, metals, and metals, the title's a little confusing to people. It's actually more jewelry design. You can think of it as jewelry. Textiles and ceramics. We've offered ceramics historically, but this will be the first time we have a big, beautiful space dedicated to just ceramics, so I'm really excited about how that grows. And of course, we do digital applications. We do a little bit of digital design and a little bit of graphic design, just to help students decide if they want to go in those directions. I think because I got my master's in my early 30s, I've benefited because I've seen all of the different ways that a creative person can make a living, and I also understand how scary it is to commit to being an artist. It's the kind of thing that I think every parent is a little bit nervous about when their child announces that they want to go to art school, because the first thing they think about is, well, how are you going to make a living? And the difference between being an artist and being a nurse or a welder or something that is very clear and definite is the path for artists is infinitely different. It will be different for every single individual, and I think because it took me a while to find my own path, I'm pretty good at helping students find their feet and find the confidence that they need to find theirs. My favorite part of my job is the students. It's actually a very small part of my job, but being able to see the students grow and change is just inspirational. I teach a class usually in the summers, not this summer because of the pandemic, but it's a gallery assistantship class, and in that class I take a limited number of students to as many galleries and museums as we can drive to in the summer. We end the class with a 3-day trip to Washington, D.C. to visit the Smithsonian's, and to see them grow during that period of time is really exciting. We have this unique partnership with the North Carolina Museum of Art, where we get to go up and talk to the different career fields at the museum, the curators, the preparators, the gallery designers, and the conservators, which is I think, always their favorite stop is to see the conservators working on the artwork. But they get to go and see all of the possible career fields within the gallery and the museum side of the art world. And they're always really nervous in the beginning, and there's this sense of, I don't know if I have the right questions to be here. I don't know if I have enough experience to be here. And very quickly, you see their intelligence just shine through. And over the course of that 8 weeks, they just grow in so many different ways. And I wish I could teach that class all the time, but spending my time with the students, I think that's my favorite part.